we talking about? Do we have an intro?
Yeah, we're talking about the intro. We don't have an intro.
I guess we don't. But I wanted to point something out really quick before we started. Okay, so to date, like since I've ever had a loan, and I think I took out my first loan in I probably took out my first loan in 2012 after I lost my scholarship. So the amount that I have paid since my loans have become payable, the total is $27,669.40. Now, probably in another video, I'll discuss how I've been paying on my loans. I haven't been paying consistently since 2016, I think is when they became payable. Had some periods of forbearance and forbearance essentially. And so yeah, I haven't been paying on them consistently since 2016. But since 2016, I paid a total of $27,669.40. Almost $28,000, and I still have quite a bit left, but we're gonna get to that debt total in just a little bit. But this is a whole journey, so we're really delving into finances and really shifting our mindset around money. So today we're gonna just chat a little bit about things that we wish we would have done differently with our money. You want to start?
So some things I would have done differently with some money. So back in college, I was in ROTC or whatever, not going to the military. And with USAA, they got a loan you can get called the starter loan, and it's $25K.
It's a bull loan is what it is, but
and if you use it right, it's not. But I didn't use it right.
I don't think. I'm gonna just let you talk.
Yeah, but pretty much I got that loan so I can pay for a room and board my last year in school, so I can be in apartments on campus. And so I paid that, and then I paid most of it back, and then the rest of it I just had to do whatever. And I pretty much had it spread out over a couple of years. But one thing I did buy, like I gave some money to family, some people that needed money in my family, I let them have some money. I bought rims for my car, which I don't even have anymore. That's something this money wasted.
You had that car for like 2 years?
Like 3, I think.
You got it in 2013, I think, and you got rid of it in 2015.
Yeah. And that car too. I bought that car and the rims with that money.
You bought that car with that money?
Yeah.
Cause you were like, one day you're like, I got something to show you. You took me downstairs, and I was like, oh, it's a whole car.
Yeah, cause my other car just stopped working on me, so I needed a car.
Mm-hmm.
So and I found that car and I had the money, so I bought it. And then yeah. So I can think of my bed set when I first got into the military after I graduated, and going to my first duty station. I needed furniture in the bed. I spent like $1,000 on a bed set.
You still have that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get rid of it.
And then like $700 on some furniture, living room furniture.
Which we still have. That Poppy is doing his best to destroy.
Yeah, but just looking back on it, I probably could have just did with something cheaper. Just didn't really need all the flashy stuff at the time. I just wanted to be like all my other officer friends.
Yeah, I get, and the reason I say that was a BS loan, and yeah, you could have used it a bit more responsibly, but I don't think anybody, I'm not gonna say anybody, I think $25,000 is a lot to start out. And you probably got that amount because, I don't know, your credit was probably decent. They saw maybe that you were, because when you're in ROTC, aren't you like, isn't your rank like considered something?
Oh yeah, so you got like an E rank, but like
yeah.
you can't get the loan until you get your contract and they know you dedicated to going to the military.
See, okay, I didn't.
Because you can be an ROTC and make it all the way to the end and then not get into the military. So when you guaranteed and they know that you're going into the military, that's when you can get the loan.
Okay, I didn't know that for sure, but that's what I was thinking. Like, they're giving you this certain amount of money because they're anticipating that you're going to get a steady, decent paying job. So, which takes me back. If you're in the military specifically, you don't need $25,000 to start out because everything is paid for.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, they give you a housing allowance, they give you health care, you know, all that kind of stuff. So you might have needed to spend some money on a car, but you could have afforded that with your check and you know, furniture and all that kind of stuff. But you didn't have to get, you didn't need a loan for that.
Yeah, and like I said initially, I just got the loan for room and board. That was the whole. I didn't want to get the loan initially, but I needed to pay for room and board and have somewhere to live.
Right, I get that.
So, and then going back now, if I would have known better. So back then I had the mind state, and just growing up is once you get a loan, pay it back as fast as possible, and just get the money back and pay it off as fast as possible. So I had that type of mindset, and I gave back like 1/3 of it.
He was like, let's pay it back as quick as possible, but let me get these rims.
Pretty much. But then, because I knew I would be able to pay it off sooner than it was due, so I just thought that was good. As long as I pay it off before their projected payoff date, and I'm paying more than what they expected me to pay, I just thought I was good. But I could use that money to buy an investment property or something.
That's how they get you, babe. But it's okay, because we're doing better now. And so we were even paying on that loan into our marriage. And so when we first got married, I was working, you were working. We didn't have Poppy. We were dink we were only dink for real for a little while. Double income, no kids. And
Dink.
One time we took just like spontaneously booked a trip to Atlanta to go see my LS and, you know, his LB. And we just were like, hey, what was it? Spirit was having a deal. It was like $200 round. It was like pandemic prices for real. So we just up and left. But like I was saying, we were spending a lot. We were paying off that loan quickly, but it didn't seem like that much of a sacrifice because it was just the two of us, you know, and we didn't have any other bills at the time. Well, we always had my student loans. We weren't paying them at that time because they were in deferment, or forbearance rather. But
I mean, can say it's like what's like the lifestyle, I guess. You know, we had that whole YOLO period of our lives, and everybody saying YOLO, take that trip, take that vacation. So we did. We had the money, we had the time.
It was a good trip too.
Yeah, we had fun.
I absolutely enjoyed it. But I would say something that I wish I would have done differently would have been to teach for 5 years. So I have 3 years of service, and I should have just gone another 2 years. And if my application was approved, I would have had $17,500 forgiven. They have to be 5 years, and it has to be 5 years in a low income school. And I absolutely was in a low income school for those 3 years that I taught. I was actually at a different school each year, but so I should have done that. And in my first year, I should have paid off my loans during my first year. I had the income to do it. I'm very blessed to have had a well-paying job. My first year out, I mean, it was just me. And my rent was like $729 a month. And other than, you know, my monthly bills, I didn't have any other debt other than my student loans. So I should have paid it all off. And at the time, I only had maybe like $25,000 in student loans. So that's also another blessing. I graduated undergrad with like $25,000 in loans. And I got another like 20 when I went to grad school. But yeah, I should have paid off my student loans that first year. I could have absolutely done it. But I was doing other things to keep my mental health in check because that was a very rough year. So I don't regret it. I know, I was like, I do and I don't regret it. If I wouldn't have done those things to keep my mental health in check, then, you know, could have had different outcomes. But also could have had different outcome, you know, now. But it's okay because we're doing it now. Paying it off very aggressively. The debt total as of today, September 11th, is okay, the balance, principal balance. Drum roll. is $29,834.48.
Turn up.
And I have paid $4,408.06 in interest. The total amount that I have paid, principal plus interest, is $27,669.40. So at the end of all of this, I'm going to really have paid probably close to about $60,000. As long as there's no interest, then my total will be $57,503. So despite everything that's going on in the world, I'm very thankful that the interest rates have been knocked down to zero, because it has allowed us to pay hellas.
Yeah. I don't think it's just like, I guess, her loans. I guess I had loans before too, but we paid off mine maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Probably a year ago.
Before Poppy was, actually, I really don't remember.
I think it was like a year, maybe a year and a half ago. I had, coming out of college, I had like $10,000 in student loans myself. And then I had that $25K loan too. So just finished paying those off maybe 2 years ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just one loan.
Mm-mm.
But before we were married, we didn't really, we discussed finances. We're like, well, let me put it this way. We discussed debt before we got married. Mm-hmm. And it was like, I make enough to live comfortably. I don't think we really got into numbers in particular. Maybe we should have.
And for me, it's like, as long as we paying more than what is owed at the time, and we're going to pay it off ahead of schedule, I really didn't look at the finances and look at the debt as a big deal, because we're ahead of schedule, and to me that was fine.
And I came with the mindset that we can be ahead of schedule, but if the schedule is 10 years, which is what most student loans are, that's the repayment period. I don't want to be paying on something. I don't want to be paying on, I think when I realized the gravity of student loans, I was at like $49,000. And they're like, great, you can pay $136. Don't, check my math there. But my minimum payment was like $136, and that was spread out over like 10 years and all this kind of stuff. Sometimes my payment was $0, because I don't even know. I guess because it was income based, and then I lost my job and just all kind of stuff. So it was like, I don't want to be paying. I don't want to have to pay on this loan for 10 years when we could realistically pay it off in like less than 3. Because I was also thinking, people get cars, and you maybe will finance them for 3 years, 5 years, and you can get a car for $25,000. You can pay that off in 3-5 years, whatever your terms are. Why can't you pay off a student loan debt in that same amount of time? That's just my thinking. That's just what worked for me and for us personally. And after we pay these student loans, we're going to take this money and continue to pay on our mortgage. Our goal is to have this mortgage paid off, in 8 years? Mm-hmm. Have this mortgage paid off in 8 years. Like, I don't want to be tied to something for 30 years.
Yeah. So when we take this money and start adding to it, right now it's like in 8 years with what we're paying now. Mm-hmm. But when we take the student loan payments and add it to it, it's going to be faster than that.
Well, I was factoring in like the money that we're gonna shift from the student loans to the mortgage. Because like right now it'd be like 15 years. But if we take the money that we're paying on student loans, we can...
It'll be 2 years.
2 years. From the day that we pay off my student loans, December 31st, 2020, that's going to be my last student loan payment. So in December 31st, 2022, this house going to be paid for. Y'all heard it here. Y'all laughing, but we for real. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just real quick, mental check-in. How is it being not spending any money, having $100 allowance?
Been cool with me. I just been getting stuff for the garden and stuff, and pretty much stuff that I need. And I think this month might be the closest I get to the 100.
Yeah.
So yeah.
One thing that I for this month, next month, and again, budgeting. That's why budgeting is so important in planning. So my golden birthday is coming up, and what I want to do for my birthday is going to exceed my $100 allowance. Don't do that. So I'm going to have to sacrifice what it is I want to do, and probably have to push out I want to do a photo shoot, and I'm going to have to push out my photo shoot probably to like December or January even, so that I can stick to my budget. And that really sucks, but it's going to be worth it in the end. But it's a journey. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's teaching us patience, intentionality, and responsibility, I guess, even. But it kind of has been hard not buying takeout during a pandemic, which probably is good because we, don't want to be coming into contact with people.
Yeah.
But we were cooking every day. We cooked every day for at least 3 months. No, I'm saying like for 3 months straight. Like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, washing those dishes, everything. We just ordered some pizza, like, was that 2 weekends ago?
Yeah.
And we just been back to it, just grocery shopping every day. So I guess we're going to order pizza once every 3 months. But that's been hard, just like not being able to buy stupid stuff. And I don't know why I want to buy stupid stuff. Capitalism, I don't know, consumerism, I don't know how capitalism really apply. But it's been tough. That part's been tough. It's like, but it's also made me realize that I really don't need this stuff. So I would show y'all this room right now. We're in my office and it's looking crazy because we're also preparing for a garage sale. Like when I say I am serious about paying off this debt, paying off this student loan debt, like I have tunnel vision. And then that mortgage. I hope I'm as disciplined when it comes to the mortgage. But yeah. Right now, this student loan debt is all I can think about. I don't know. Do you want to talk about the 2 checking accounts?
I mean, that's your thing. I don't even know I don't know the benefit of it. So I can't speak on it.
So the biggest thing for me, when I have paid the bills, some, dang, I just lost the word. Some companies, that's not the word I want to use, but some companies, they will take the money out right away. Some companies will take the money out 2 to 3 business days later. So just for kind of budgeting purposes, mental purposes, we opened up a second checking account. That way we can move the bill money to that second checking account. That way it's removed from our primary checking account, and that money has it's already gone. It's already been spent. So, although we have a $100 allowance, now we can actually see what we're working with because it's bill money. It has already been accounted for. It's already been spent, as opposed to it's almost like hypothetical when it's in one checking account. It's like we know $200 is about to come out, but maybe we can, fudge the numbers, or we can do whatever if it's still sitting there in the account. But if it has been removed to another account, this account is now on auto pay, or all I have to do is click a button to send the payment, then it's like, okay, this money is gone. And so far it has helped. You can actually see what money we have left at the end of the month, and how much more can we add to the student loan principal. So that's why I opened up the second account, and that has been working. I check the bank account every single morning. And sometimes not. Sometimes I check it a couple times a day just because I need to know what's going on in the bank account. Like if something's not accounted for, or if somebody made a mistake on somebody else's end, I just need to be on top of it to know what my money is doing.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, I don't have anything else.
I don't have anything else either.
All right.
All right.
Signing off.
Signing off.
Guess I sign off with that.
What was this? I know better. I used to be a military wife. All right. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
We got an intro?
No.
No, okay.
We still don't have an intro. Are we ever gonna have an intro?
I don't know.
Stop and ticklish.
Oh.
So don't do it again. Alright. So we usually start with the debt total.
Mm-hmm.
And of course I had to pull the ooh child, I'm kinda winded. Okay. I'm not winded, I guess I just need to catch my breath. Is that the same thing?
I think so.
Okay, well, I'm winded. I'm working on accepting when I'm in the wrong, because clearly I need to work on that.
I pointed that out. I didn't know about that.
I'm just trying to be a better me is all.
Okay.
All right, so, oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. So, as of today, the debt total is, drum roll, I need a drum roll. Wait, to think about it.
I was trying to find something that would be good.
Okay, so the debt total is $29,830. You know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to do that right now. I might just edit this. Where was I? Payments and building.